the UAV is awesome on there. They did a lot of things that made this game 100 times better than the first one. And in my opinion, I don't know how y'all feel about it. I like it better than Modern Warfare 2. I can see myself playing this 2-3 years on down the road.
Like I said, being the first time to get a game like that, this is by far one that I would highly recommend.
What about you, Matt?
Oh yeah, I love it better. I mean, it takes me back to 21 when we used to play 2142 all the time. It's that same feeling I had when we used to play back then. Such a great feeling. I'm kind of upset a little bit that I like it so much because the DLC from Modern Warfare 2 is about to come out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I'm not even going to want to download it because I'm going to play Battlefield.
Yeah.
You know, but
And that's the thing, like, you'll get the DLC for Modern Warfare and you'll play it for a month and then you'll be tired of it. You know, but at least that's how I am about it. But I mean, with the maps, the maps are just so beautiful, and they're large on scale, and they're so well laid out and designed, and it complements. I mean, I have no problem with the maps. Like on Modern Warfare 2, some of the maps piss me off. You know, their design, their layout is just so bad. Yes. Well, they're small. There's some big maps on Modern Warfare, but even then, they're just not laid out that great. You know, and like Matt said,
destructive environments, man. God, you can take trees down, buildings down, fences. I mean,
everything is destructible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that I like.
Yeah. I mean,
you got a tree in your way.
You're sitting there, I'm going to hide behind this wall, and then boom, a tank blows it out, and you're like,
Now that right there, I agree with you, because remember...
I mean, it's straight up. You can't just hovering in buildings. Somebody border attacks it, it's over.
Yeah.
You know?
And if the building falls and you're in it, you die. You know, so it's awesome. You know?
Remember in 2142, you always got that one person, you went to capture this point, and they're hiding in the building across probably 10 yards from you. And you shot a rocket launcher at you, but the building stayed. Yeah, I am so glad that everything is destructible.
Yeah, I mean,
nobody can hide behind anything.
How epic would it be if they brought 2142 back with destructible environments?
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
I'll probably put my job.
Yeah, I'll be a professional gamer. That's all I do.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm having flashbacks.
So.
142 had the mechs, man. The mechs, dude. You just can't beat that.
Yeah.
That's what,
I mean, they look like Imperials. What is those, walkers?
Oh my God! This takes me back. Remember the rail and the snow? That one map we would all get on the rail system.
Yeah, but you should see the snow in this. The snow levels in this are beautiful.
Snow is good.
Sweet.
It is beautiful.
This game is beautiful. They did a great job. In 1080p.
Yeah.
Man.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, the one thing too, though, I know that me and Reggie were notorious for in 2142 and 2 was the throwing jetpacks on a vehicle and just driving them into like a tank and jumping off at the last minute and blowing them up. And you can still do that on this one, but it's a lot harder. It's like the vehicles don't roll as much or something like that. But I mean, I've actually ran somebody over, got off. The other guy's like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill you," and he ran right next to it, and I blew it up and watched him die.
Sweet.
So, you know, it's pretty awesome. You can still, but they have tanks, they have Hummers, they have the ones with the 50 cal on it, and they have 4-wheelers.
You know what? I think they modded that for the simple fact that a lot of guys like myself, that's why my name is Kamikaze, is try to make it a whole lot harder for you to do a kamikaze on them because it's annoying.
Oh no, Matt, tell them they fly helicopters into you, man.
Dude, they fly a helicopter, right? To some point, everybody will start jumping out. You'll see them all parachuting out of the helicopter.
Sweet.
You just take that thing right into the building. You'll see it start turning the blade.
Oh yeah.
You know, you're sitting there in the whole trying to guard the flag, like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, but they got Sea-Doos and boats.
Yeah, boats.
Sea-Doos.
Yeah, Sea-Doos.
Boats.
Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta get this.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
So.
Yeah. But I mean, you still see. I mean, heck, every time I take out a tank, I kill myself damn near.
Yeah, you kind of have to. Unless you have the mortar.
Well, yeah. I mean, Matt, he uses the mortar strike. I use the C4.
You know what? I got a question. You know, in 1942, whenever you shot a rocket launcher, if it just flew past you. You got some of the afterburn and it damaged you. Does it do this? And
Yeah,
oh, sweet.
it does, because it's happened to me a couple of times. It'll come like shooting right by my face,
Yeah.
and it's red. It shows it, so it does do something.
Anything it hits behind you's falling on you.
Yeah.
So if it hits the building behind you, some bricks are falling out of it.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Or a tree.
Yeah.
The blast damage is pretty realistic,
So
so it's nice. I like it a lot.
And the sound is always like, say something like that happens, or you're in a building and it starts collapsing, and it's kind of like your ears. It feels like when you're driving down a hill, and your ears will kind of like
Pop.
everything will kind of real quiet, and then it'll just go out, and there's just a loud ringing noise.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Yeah. So that's definitely one of the games we're playing pretty hardcore right now. We're switching back and forth between that and the other game we want to talk about today, which is Final Fantasy 13. Now, Matt, he has it on the PS3, and Carlos and we have it on the Xbox. If you haven't heard about the differences between it, we'll talk about that right now. They basically, if everyone remembers, Final Fantasy 13 has always been like a Sony exclusive. You couldn't get it on any other system. Once the PS2 came out and whatever, PS1, and you could get it on those systems. And ever since then, it's been a Sony exclusive. The big deal about Final Fantasy 13 was the fact that now the Xbox could play it as well.
yeah.
So that hurt Sony a lot, but I really don't think it hurt them that much, because you do get a different experience playing it on a PS3. The game is still the same. It's not like they changed the game for one to the other, but basically the game was built for the PS3 and then ported to the Xbox 360. And I haven't seen it on the PS3 yet. From what Matt tells me about it, it's gorgeous. But if you know what HD looks like and you play this on the Xbox, you'll see where they compressed it to make it work. So the Xbox version gets 3 discs, the PS3 gets 1. So that's another difference. So let's talk about that right now. Carlos, what's your overall impressions of the game?
I'm really liking it so far. Getting into it was just the beginning of it. I mean, the cinematics on it was beautiful, especially watching on HD. But when you first get into it, you're just really, it's a lot about repetition. You keep doing, you keep fighting over and over, and they want you to get used to the controls. Once you get used to one function, they introduce something different for you. And I mean, I'm 7 hours in, and it's like I'm finally able to do something other than what I've been doing. And it's amazing the way you can't control individual characters on there like you could on the previous Final Fantasies, but the way they set up the AI, and you can actually set it up to where you got a healer, or you got somebody that helps you with your protection, or just go on ahead and all melee. You can set it up to where your tactics, your squad is like just a different tactic. It's awesome. I like it.
Matt, how do you feel about it?
I'm loving this game. I have it on the PS3, and it is gorgeous. This whole game is basically a CG.
Yeah.
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 It is so beautiful. I'm loving the gameplay so far. I kind of hate. I understand why they did it, but it's very linear compared to all the past Final Fantasies. And I heard it from kind of just looking through the strategy guide a little bit. It doesn't even open up till about chapter 11, and there's 13 chapters in the game. That's pretty much the end before you get to open world. They say about 25 hours in is when it really starts to, branch out. But I'm at chapter 5, so I'm probably like 8 hours in, somewhere around there. And the combat, I love how fast the combat is now.
Yeah.
I'm seeing the paradigm system.
Paradigm
System where you just set up the different types of attacks. You get like War and Peace, that's one's healing, the one's attacking. You flip it up. The combat gets intense. You start standing up, dude, because like some of these boss battles, and you're like really like switching. You guys getting hit, blah blah blah. It's really sped up. There's no healing anymore. Like after a battle, you automatically heal, so you don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about killing that time. You spend going to a battle and then coming back and killing yourself. You really don't have to worry about, basically, you know how you would sit in one area in the past and you would sit there and basically HP mine for like 2 or 3 hours to level your characters up.
Yeah.
You don't need that in this one. It actually tells you as you're reading the walkthrough that there's no point ever doing that in this